So next on the list is basic articulation and single tonguing. What tends to happen when you do single tonguing as a beginner is that there tends to be either not enough tongue or too much tongue, so there's an explosion of air and the air goes everywhere and distorts the sound. So the best way to do it is to separate the two issues to make a clean t to begin with, and then play the sound without any tongue at all, and have a gap, and then make the gap shorter and shorter until you get a really clean start to the beginning of the sound, and then make it consistent. Because what happens with single tonguing is it tends to get more lazy the more single tonguing you do, and it gets further and further back inside your mouth. So you want a really clean t at the beginning of every note that's the same regardless of how many notes you do a bar. So to break it down, I'm just going to make a t sound without blowing into the head joint, and then separately after a gap I'm going to blow with no tongue. So for instance like this. And I'm going to make that gap shorter and shorter until it's almost the same. So as it gets really close together, it gets quite hard to do, but it's almost like you're tripping over yourself with the tongue. And then eventually you'll get the same point where the tongue starts the sound. What I tend to do with my younger students is do like football chants, calling back and forth from each other, making fun, with just playing a single note. So just to recap, what you're going to do is just make a t sound into the flute without blowing, and then you just blow without the tongue, and then you make that gap shorter and shorter.